Have you ever had a single line from a song just get stuck in your head? You know, a phrase that feels like it's holding some kind of deeper secret? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to unpack a really fascinating and, I think, urgent message hidden inside the lyrics of Alison McLean's song, Rootbound. And this is it. This is the line. It repeats throughout the song, almost like a mantra. Or maybe more like a warning. Don't become root-bound. But what on earth does that even mean? It's one of those phrases that just immediately makes you go, I need to know more. So let's figure it out together.
You see, McLean doesn't just toss this line in as a catchy chorus. It feels like a piece of urgent advice. And to really get the song's message, we have to first understand what that warning is all about.
All right, so let's get into it. Let's decode this central metaphor. What is Alison McLean really trying to tell us when she says rootbound? Let's just ask the question straight up. Have you ever even heard this term before? I mean, it's not something you hear in everyday conversation, but once you find out where it comes from, its meaning is just incredibly powerful.
Okay, so this is where it gets really cool. The song pulls this amazing parallel from gardening, of all places. In the world of plants, a plant becomes root-bound when its roots have totally run out of space in their pot. They just start circling and circling, basically choking themselves out, and the plant just stops growing. It can't thrive. And McLean uses this as a brilliant metaphor for us, for the human experience, that feeling of being stuck, confined by our situation, maybe a job, a relationship, or even just our own way of thinking, where we feel like we can't grow anymore.
So if that's the warning, don't get stuck, then what's the solution? Well, the song's verses are actually packed with these beautiful poetic clues on how to break free. So let's look at the first one.
I absolutely love this line. It's so clever and playful, isn't it? At first, you might just think it's a bit quirky, but it's actually a really profound statement about perspective. This is our first major clue for how to avoid getting stuck in that pot.
So the antidote here, it's self-acceptance. This lyric is all about reframing something you might see as a flaw. Instead of losing hair, the song says, no, you're just outgrowing it. It's such a powerful way to change your own story, to find confidence in who you are right now, beyond all the superficial stuff. And that's so hard to do, right? Especially when we're all feeling this constant pressure to look a certain way.
And the song just keeps going with this theme. This next line really hammers home the idea that our external features, well, they don't last forever. Hair today, gone tomorrow. It creates this perfect contrast between what's temporary and what really endures.
And this points to the second antidote. Don't get so rooted in your physical appearance or other things that are just going to fade away. If you do that, you forget what's actually essential. The song is begging us to let people see our beautiful face, and it's not talking about our looks. It's talking about our true self, our core identity. That's what really matters.
This final verse gives us what might be the most poetic metaphor in the whole song. It compares a life that's truly thriving to the best lawn, a place where there are no disguises. It's such a powerful image of what it takes to grow authentically. And this brings us to the final key, authenticity. To really truly grow, to create your own best lawn, you have to be in the right environment, one where you can just be yourself, without any fear or pretending. Wearing disguises, pretending to be someone you're not, that's like trying to grow grass on a busy street. It's just not going to work. It's exhausting, and it stunts your growth. True flourishing only happens in the soil of authenticity. So when you put all of these pieces together, the message is incredibly clear. Don't become root-bound is a call to action. It's saying, embrace who you are, value your true self over all the surface-level stuff, and build an authentic life where you actually have the space to grow. Which leaves us with one final, very personal question. Really think about it. Where are the edges of your pot? Is it a job, a relationship, a city, or maybe even just a mindset that's keeping you in a container that's become way too small? The song is asking us to identify those things so we can finally find the courage to repot ourselves and start growing again.